For instance, I had hope that when Gina's lawsuit was backed by Elon Musk, that it would end in at least a manner that most of us would be satisfied with. And then, of course, we got this, yes, her settlement. And now the big argument is, oh my God, did she sell out because she didn't stay in for the long haul and get the the disclosure list from Disney that, of course, was in a nice little package that had all the emails from Leslie and, all the catty things of Kathy saying she wants the British woman with brown hair in every movie. Did she sell out? Anyone?
I'm glad that. How much do you think?
Yeah, how much?
It would be tens of millions. I'm glad that she got her payday because they did wrong her, but I'm kind of disappointed because the whole point of this wasn't the money, at least from her perspective. It was about discovery. It was about seeing the discriminatory practices of Disney and how the left aren't as tolerant as they claim to be. I was hoping to see that. We get none of that. And in fact, now it's sort of given Disney the ability to rewrite history, where in their poster claiming like everybody loved Gina, we didn't want to see her go, and all of this retcon bullshit.
Right, and that's why I am actually okay with this and don't think it was to sell anything. Like, at the end of the day, this is the W for anyone that's anti-Disney, because if Disney actually thought they could win, thought they had a case, it would have gone to trial. It would have gone to discovery. I mean, they tried to get this thrown out multiple times, and it failed every time. The fact that they settled is basically an admittance of guilt.
Okay, would you apply the same logic for the people that go, Trump settling his lawsuits is not an admission of wrongdoing?
Absolutely. And here's why. It's not that Trump may or may not have done things wrong. It's about the character assassination of, like, look, you could still be legally right. You could still be legally in the clear. But if negative shit comes out about you during discovery, that still is enough to taint people's perception of you or of XYZ corporations. So the fact that, look, we all know Disney did wrong shit. We've seen all the writing on the walls. We've heard all the reports, the whole nine. The fact that Disney was willing to settle means that, at least as far as I can tell, but yeah, no, they took
but more often than not in civil suits, it just does not behoove anyone to draw it out into a trial, into a court setting, because it's so much more expensive. So a lot of times people do settle, not because they're admitting defeat or admitting wrongdoing. They just want to mitigate their losses. And they're like, okay, we can settle for this amount and not drag it out and go longer and do all the things. On top of any sort of like character assassination and expose.
Right, but Disney's not worried about expensive. They're one of the largest corporations in the world. They could have kept going
if
out.
It wasn't
Disney's
about money for
anything.
her. If it wasn't about money for her, what was it? What made her stop?
Her name and her goodwill, because as Sean Hero wrongly points out, and that does go to show we're reaching people that don't normally watch the channel, Gina signed a social media contract when she was hired. She broke that contract and doesn't deserve it. Well, you know who else signed a fucking social media contract? Pedro, who went out and actually called half of the audience Nazis and the victims of the Civil War. Actually, Gina, first and foremost, as claimed, she was fired because of this, because she fucking didn't put pronouns in her bio and said beep, bop, boop. Now, they could say that it was because she shared this thing and then said Republicans are Jews, even though that wasn't even what she was saying.
That's also what she said. She didn't point out a single political party. She just said othering people. And that's so I've got a Variety article that we're going to go over on my strand for this, that literally to this day, this Variety article is the new one, and it says she shared controversial posts comparing Republicans to Jews, which she never did.
Yeah, well, this doesn't compare Republicans and Jews. What it does is set the stage and explain how civilians justified horrible atrocities to their fellow citizens because of government propaganda.
Is what that was implying.
Yeah,
her message
exactly
was
what happened.
Her message was basically, don't love thy neighbor, don't hate people.
Yeah.
And she got fired for that. As for the social media contracts, usually when actors sign contracts with big companies like Disney or a production company, if they're in the process of releasing a TV show or a movie, the clause will be non-disparagement clauses, where they can't talk badly about the movie or the company that's hired them. It generally doesn't have anything to do with their personal opinions and political views. So that's overreach, whoever sent that comment before.
Yeah, because Mark Ruffalo, Downey, all of them would have been.
They all do it. Everyone makes personal posts constantly. It's just they cared more about her post than everybody else's. That's the issue.
Well, and
Yeah, and-
it's all based on gender discrimination, right? Her whole lawsuit in California,
specifically
because
in California.
the men were able to get away with it, but she couldn't. So
Clearly,
like,
there was ample evidence.
Sean,
of it.
Pedro. That's the whole thing. You are defending Pedro by saying that
yeah,
she should be singled out, and he
because
shouldn't.
people don't want to talk about Pedro. If you put them both on the same level, one person got like 50 freaking movies after, the other person got fired. So it doesn't make any sense.
That's
whatsoever.
why I think it's north of 100 million, because like they do not want the Discovery. They did not. I think it's a significant amount of money.
The fact that they're hemorrhaging money, all of their movies are sort of failing, and they're willing to give her 50 to 100 million, whatever the amount is, instead of going to Discovery, just goes to show that they had shit that they wanted to hide and keep buried.
Yep.
Which again, and that's why I think this is a W Niet, because even if we don't see the shit they want to keep buried and whatnot, this is proof it exists. So we haven't just been making shit up due to Disney hate boners or woke this or woke that. Like that to me is effectively proof by omission as opposed to lying by omission. But
it's elusive, Leon. Like, no, you could say that, but then people would just argue that nothing was ever put out there. So it's,
but if that's the case, then why wouldn't Disney have gone to trial? They would have had nothing to lose.
The purview of what they were suing over may not have dictated that Discovery. It's not like it's every fucking thing in their servers. It's very specific, and you have to go like, well, why do you need? You have to tell them why you need it. So they might have gotten to a certain point where the juice wasn't going to be worth the squeeze, and not for nothing, because I don't know Gina, but I sure as hell seen her traveling with Jay to Comic Cons and stuff. Her family may be rich, but that doesn't always mean that she's rich, unless she just really loves the fan, slogging along in a Comic Con thing, and just saying. She had a very middling career that was going. She was in fucking Deadpool. You know what I'm saying? She was on the up. She was going to get Rangers of the Republic. Whether that would have been good on Disney Plus or not, it's a whole nother issue, but she was going to be in a series.
Yeah, she was one of the most popular figures. Like, girls loved that character. Like,
they finally got a strong, independent woman. And
the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah,
she beat down the main character, and you cheered for her.
I had no problem with it. Yeah.
And that would have led to so much more. So I wouldn't be surprised, like hundreds of millions.
And as pointed out, her original ask was to be rehired, to come back as Cara Dune. Now, whether that lip service, and that's the win, by the way. It's the same company that fucking said retcon. No. It's them having to be like, I know we called her a Nazi and a bigot, but we'd like to work with her again, and everyone that's ever worked with her likes her. Mom made me say it, but it's probably true. And we all know it.
As much as we talk shit on Pedro, even Pedro said nice shit about her afterwards. He didn't ask for her to come back and didn't defend her or anything like that, but he said nice things. Bill Burr, who saw Brain fucking broke 2 weeks ago, said he defended Gina, said that her firing was ridiculous. Like,
do you think they try and slip her in the Mandalorian movie, just with everything going on? Be like, look at us, we've got her.
I don't give what a victory that would be if they had to put her in a. And do you? I can ABF. Are you getting a boner from it now too? The screaming of the fucking Disney Star Wars fans of bro. Even in just the Black Series forums, on like if you talk about Cara Dune, they'll attack you. Some of them right because she's a bigot.
I was joking about it today because the fan base that's left that goes and watches Star Wars would just explode at the thought of Gina coming back. So
that's the problem with the Star Wars fandom. You go on like Reddit and like Saltier Than Crate, they have this huge community. They don't go see this shit. They don't.
I'm banned.
No,
Saltier Than Crate turned into a shill site, and then they banned these people that were still upset. Yeah, fuck you guys. Fuck you, Saltier Than Crate. Evil ass.
Well, to be fair, Badger, you might be banned, but I'm sure your videos when I've been posting there about how much they hate you. So they've done it to me. They've done it to
me.
It's
my separate account. It not like the actual me. Jerry D. Sills for 5. It's fun with stories to tell, something I know so well. A 3-hour wrestling podcast, part of history. I hope the great Cabal is proud of me. Hail all. You made a 3-hour wrestling podcast. It's part like Greco-Roman. Sweet. Mm-hmm. Nice. Shout out, Jerry.
Nice.
Very proud of you.
That's what Pedro's going to be doing in Odyssey.
Lord Comet. Avengers actors despise Pedro. It's epic. I heard he just finished shooting all his scenes for Doomsday. Sure. Let's see. Okay. Melissa Lord for 5. She disagrees with us. Big L. Disney can keep breaking the law, discriminating in their hiring, firing practices. Everyone knows they do. I like Gina. It's just disappointing. But can't we now point to this case? indicating that they would not. So I guess it would depend on who gets fired now.
Also, whoever tricked you that it was going to end differently in this, I would recommend not listening to anymore. Just throwing it out there. It's partly your guys' fault for getting your hopes up like a bunch of morons. Sorry.
We were never getting Discovery. There was no way.
It never happens. It never, ever happens. Sorry.
It's been, what, 4.5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4.5
With
years.
Elon funding it. That's the other thing. Got this rich fucking family. Well, why did it take Elon to foot them? You know what I'm saying? If it was a matter of pride and family, whatever. Which thank God he did fund it, of anyone that it had,
Elon has fuck you money. But I agree with Melissa. This was the point that I was making, is that if it had gone to Discovery, we would have seen what they were doing. They would have ended up firing people.
You're talking. This is Hollywood QAnon shit that I'm hearing right now.
Just basic California civil law. We would have never seen it. Not civil.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
It's never made public. We would have never seen it, regardless.
Because even if they got it, short of like someone fucking Mission Impossible that out, it would have been locked behind court documents, because it's fucking Illuminati. It's the deep state. Like, literally.
It's the Epstein list. You're never gonna see it.
It's a big old club. You and I are not in. They're on the other side of that big club. All right. That means that all their no-nos get fucking locked behind court documents, which would have been, sure. Then you could have opened the chance that maybe someone would have been like, or leaked it or something, because leaks happen. But bro, think of it from Gina's
would they have been able to Would they have been able to use that in court if it was leaked to the public?
Right.
It would have been thrown out.
It would have been
it would have
been great, but
to your point, Moxie, it would have been thrown out in court, but it would be present in the court of public opinion. So
you're banking on a leak, though, not the actual court process, because the court process, the discovery, would not be made public in a civil suit in California specifically.
100%. But I think there'd be enough public pressure for Disney to need to fire people, which is what we want to see.
They're not going to do that, though.
Yeah. Come on. Come back to reality, guys. Stop getting all butthurt because you're morons. Come back to reality, guys. Don't trust the plan. QAnon's lying to you guys. Come on. Come back to reality.